Hello everybody, welcome back to the next part of our video, part 2 of 3, where we'll discuss two examples for accounting for premium under PAC 37. So ito yung traditional approach natin that you would probably find from most of our books. Ano? So dito, the steps that we will do is we will first compute for the estimated coupons to be redeemed, which in this case, PAC 59 yung term, the net cost per unit, the premiums expense, and the redeem. So ito yung apat na items na kailangan mo palaging i-seek out. Actually, pwede pang maging 5 yan. May isinified itong isang item. But, let's go through it. First, ilan yung ating number of packs? So, Monkey Company, a manufacturer of powdered juice products, started to offer a special picture for every 20 empty packs of its powdered juice product. The picture has a cost of 500 pesos per unit. Okay. So, we have sold in year 2023 12 million and it costs us 150 per pack. Yan yung sales price niya. So, ilang number of packs yung binenta natin? So, we have sold 80,000. Out of 80,000, ang estimate daw natin ay 75%. So, our estimated number of packs would be 60,000. Okay? So, isisingit natin dito, ilan yung ating estimated unit to be given away. And that would simply be dividing the number of packs by ilan yung kailangan, bawat unit. Kailangan daw natin ng 20 per unit. 60,000 divided by 20. So that's 3,000. Okay? Gagamitin na natin yan mamaya. The net cost per unit would be, lagyan natin ito ng space, equal to our cost of the picture plus any transfer cost or handling cost, wala naman, minus any customer payment. Na again, for this example, wala naman. So diretso lang tayo, 500. Okay? And for the premium expense, that's basically this amount and this amount. So that would be the estimated unit times the net cost per unit. So that would be 3,000 times 5. So our premium expense is 1,500. And bakit ito? Ang formula natin ng redeem, that would be the actual units redeemed, 800, multiplied by the net cost per unit. So that would be 800 units times the net cost per unit of 500. So that's 400. So if we will make a T account for the premiums liability, it would be as follows. Well, of course, i-format lang natin to na mas maganda. Ayan. Okay. Alright. Copy and paste here. There we go. So our beginning balance, wala namang naibigay, so 0. Our premium expense is based on estimate. So the total on the right would be 1.5. The total on the right would be equal to the total on the left. Our redeem is 400,000. So our ending balance would be the total on the left minus the redeem. Kapag tinanong magkano yung premium expense, that would be 1.5 million. Pero pag tinanong magkano yung premium liability, that would be the ending balance of 1.1 million. So, ano kailangan natin tandaan dito? Kagaya ng warranties, yung ating expense ay base sa estimate. Pero, yung ating debit sa premium liability is based sa actual. So, in year 2024, it's basically the same thing. First thing that you need to do is determine the number of packs. That would be 15 million in revenue divided by 150 per pack. So, that would be 100,000. And careful pala tayo dito, no? Kasi this one, hindi na tayo nadali. Sabi, 75% will not be used. Ayan, no? Kaya dapat ito, imbis na 75%, we should have used 25%. So, this could be 20,000 divided by 20 instead of 60,000. Okay. So, now our premium liability of adjusted So it's good that we have made that error completely unscripted. Okay. Ayan. So tingnan naman natin itong estimated percentage natin for year 2024. Once again, 75% yung hindi magagamit. So ang estimate natin na magagamit na maklaim ay 25%. Our estimated number of packs would be 25,000. And our estimated units, once again, is yung ating estimated pack of 25,000 divided by 20 empty packs per unit of giveaway. Okay, so that's 1,250. The net cost per unit would again be the same. 500 plus 0 minus 0. 500. Our premium expense would be based on our estimated units of 1,250 times the net per unit of 500. Ito yon, no? Estimated units multiplied by net cost per unit. Ayan. And for our redeem, it's almost the same as our premium expense, except that we are using the actual unit times net cost per unit. So that would be 1,100 multiplied by the net cost per unit of 500. So that's 550,000. Now, because this is the second year, our ending balance from last year would be the beginning balance in the current year. So we have 100,000. Yung ending ng last year, beginning ng next year. The premium expense, that would be again the estimated number of units times the net cost per unit. So the total on the right would be 725,000. The total on the right would be the total on the left. Our redeemed cost at 550,000. Our ending balance would be. Kaya lagi natin kukunin ito, kumbaga ito yung mga infinity stone. Estimated coupons, estimated units, net cost per unit. O nakuha mo na itong dalawa, ito times ito na yung inyong premium expense. And then, the redeem. Yung redeem, parang premium expense rin, ang kaibahan lang ay actual units yung kanyang ginagamit instead of estimated units. So it's just a matter of practice, no? Masasanay rin tayo. So that is how you account for plus 37. We have another example here for orangutan company. So in this case, we have the number of units, 200,000. And out of 200,000, our estimate is, careful, sabi nga 40% daw yung ating magagamit. So 200,000 times 40%. Okay. And again, isisingit natin the estimated number of units to be redeemed. That would be 80,000. Kailangan niya ng 10 empty packs. 8,000. Okay. And the net cost per unit, ito na naman po tayo. Ano? That would be the cost. The cost is 120. Okay. The transfer cost is 20. And the customer will pay at 50. Minus to ha, kasi magbabayad si customer. Marireceive natin itong 50. So, 120 plus 20 transfer cost minus 15 customer payment. So the net cost per unit would be 120. Okay. So for our premium expense, that would be our estimated unit multiplied by the net cost per unit. So that would be 8,000 times 125. For our redeem, halos parehas, pero actual instead of estimate. So our actual unit, redeem, hindi purchase, no? Redeem, 564. 64 times the net cost per unit of 125. 800,000. Okay? So, our premium expense would be based on, just see here, okay, 8 would be based on 1 million. And eto, no? For this number, I included the journal entry for this one because it's quite confusing. So bakit ganyan yung ating journal entry? So first, yung ating premium inventory ay yung ating ni-redeem. So a lot of 64, ano? Multiplied by the cost of our inventory. The cost of our inventory is 120. So 64 times 120. Next, meron tayong binayarang transportation cost. So that's 6,400 times 20. Tapos, meron tayong received from our customer. That's 6,400 times 50. Kaya yung ating net cost ay 64 times 120 plus 20 minus 15. 125. Ito rin yun. Right? So 64 times 20. 64 times 120. 64 times 15. And 64 times 125. Pwede rin na squeeze. Diba? Boom. Parehas lang yan. So that would be your journal entry for this problem. For 2023, the first. Okay. For next year. We have sold 240,000. Our estimate is 40%. So that would be 96,000. Tingnan natin, estimated number of units. That would be 96,000. Kailangan natin ng 10 empty packs per unit of giveaway. So we have 96. The net cost per unit would be the same. Ang cost ay 120, transpo cost 20, customer payment 15. So the net cost per unit would be 125. For our premiums expense, that would be the estimated units times the net cost per unit. For the redeemed, that would be the actual unit times the net cost per unit. So our premiums expense would be 96 times 125. For our actual units, we have redeemed 10,000 times 125. Yeah. So for our journal entry, our premiums expense is once again based on this computation. Our premiums liability, ano naman tayo? No? So ang claim natin ngayon ay 10,000 units. So, gumastos tayo ang cost ng ating giveaway. Sabi dito, the special mug is costing us 120. Tapos, yung ating special mug, meron tayong babayarang transpo cost na 20. Okay? Tapos may babayaran si ating customer for each mug, 15. Kaya, yung ating net cost, 10,000 times 120 plus 20 minus 15, 125. It's basically reiterating the same point that we had from last year. Kaya ba lang nito, 10,000 yung ni-redeem natin, ni-redeem ni customer, as compared to 6,400 from last year. That's it. So that's how you account for premiums under past 37. Remember yung ating infinity stones, di ba? We compute the estimated number of coupons, the estimated number of units, and the net cost per unit. First three. The fourth step, the premium expense would just be step 2 times step 3. So yun, no? Times this, And then the redeemed would be parang premiums expense, pero imbis na estimate, ang ginagamit, actual units. That's it. Okay. So if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the comments, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye.